Back at that corner where the taxi waits, keys jingling in my nervous hands. Driver asks where to, but I hesitate, 'cause I don't know if I should make these plans. Your number's still highlighted in my phone from when you said it's not what you think. But every wall I've built around my heart tells me to run before I start to sing. My mother's voice still echoes in my head. Don't trust too fast, don't fall too deep. The bruises from my childhood aren't quite dead, but something about you makes me want to leave. 3 coffees and I'm shaking like a leaf. You text me at the bridge tonight. I've spent so many years protecting me, but maybe it's okay to feel this light. He drives aimlessly when he gets upset. You told me that the night we stayed up late, sharing stories that we both regret, while city lights reflected off your face. It's not what you think, you said again, when I caught you staring at my scars. I think they're beautiful, they show you've been through hell and back, that makes you who you are. The taxi driver's getting impatient now. Lady, do you need this ride or not? I close my eyes and make a sacred vow to trust this feeling that I've somehow caught. Racing through the streets to find you there, standing by the water, checking time. When someone mentions your name, I don't care if this is crazy, if this love's a crime. You're sketching something on your weathered skin, a small design that looks like constellations. This marks tonight, you say with that same grin, the moment when we stopped our hesitation. The needle traces patterns on your arm, while I hold your free hand, fingers laced. For once my past can't do me any harm, 'cause in your eyes my fears have been erased. Keys jingling as we walk into the dawn. No more running from what could be real. The ink's still fresh, but my guard is finally gone. And for the first time, I know how to feel. Keys turning the lock, that familiar click. Your cigarette smoke drifts across this tiny cafe table. Rain taps against glass like Morse code secrets. It's not what you think you say, but your eyes tell different stories. I watch you check your phone twice before sliding it away. The same ritual every time we sit here. Your fingers strum against your coffee cup while I count the ways you're still running from something. The barista calls out orders in the background. Steam rises from our drinks like prayers. You lean closer when thunder rolls overhead. I keep having that dream about her again. Your sister's been gone 3 years now, but grief moves in circles, not straight lines. I reach across the table, touch your wrist, feel your pulse quicken under my thumb. She used to order extra foam on her lattes. You smiled for the first time today. Drove me crazy how she'd leave lipstick on the cup. Your laugh breaks something open in my chest. The rain gets heavier, trapping us here together. Perfect excuse to stay another hour. You finally look at me, really look. I don't know how to love someone when I'm still learning to let go. Then don't let go, I whisper. for the first time. You don't reach for it. Race you to the door when it stops raining. You grin, that playful spark returning. Winner gets to pick what we watch tonight. Deal, but I'm keeping your hand the whole way. Closing my eyes tight in this forest clearing. Breath catches when I see you with her laughing. She gets the same smile I thought was mine alone. Your hand runs through your hair the way it did with me. My phone died, that's why you say when I ask where you've been. But her photos timestamped from last night at 10. I watch you pull her close like muscle memory. The same protective gesture you perfected with me. Coffee shop downtown, your cologne hits like a punch. 3 tables over, but I can't breathe enough. She orders your usual without even asking, while I sit here choking on what we're not having. You never brought me here, said it was too crowded. Now I know you meant too close to where she might be. The barista knows her name, draws hearts in her phone. This was never our place, this was always her home. I text my sister, deleted, type it again. He shows her sound so final when I see it in pen. She calls immediately, knows without me saying that I'm falling apart in public, barely staying. Come home, she whispers, I made your favorite soup. The sister who never cooks is throwing me a lifeline. I walk past your table, you don't even look up, but she does, and her eyes hold something like kindness. Your laugh follows me to the parking lot, the same one that used to be my favorite sound. Now it's just evidence of what I never was. The choice you made when choosing came around. My sister's waiting with blankets and old movies. Doesn't ask questions, just holds space for my breaking. Sometimes love means knowing when to step aside, and sometimes it means catching someone who's falling. I close my eyes tight, but this time it's different. Not hiding from truth, but finally accepting that some stories end so better ones can begin. And healing starts when you let the helpers in. Stay 5 more minutes, you whispered on this park bench where we always used to meet. The autumn leaves are falling like the chances that we missed. Water running from the fountain sounds like all the words we never said. 3 years of coffee dates turned into canceled plans. Your promotion, my deadlines. We got lost inside the rush. Now we're sitting here like strangers with a history. You pick at your nails during the silence, just like you always did. I thought about you when I got the job in Portland. I thought about you when they played our song at Sarah's wedding. We're trading what ifs like old photographs, each one a door we never walked through. It's fine, really. But your voice cracks on the word really, and I know you're thinking what I'm thinking about the apartment we never shared, about the trips we never took, about the fight each other's sentences. Now we can barely finish our own thoughts. Your phone buzzes probably work again. My phone buzzes probably work again. We laugh at the same time, first real smile all afternoon. This comfortable silence feels like coming home. Even though we both know I'm catching the 6 o'clock train. Even though we both know you're moving in December. Sometimes the best love stories are the ones that teach us how to let go. Take care of yourself, you too. We hug like we mean it this time. The fountain keeps running, washing away what we used to be, making space for who we're becoming. I watch you walk away, and for once I'm not sad. I'm grateful for the almost, grateful for the try. Some people are meant to be chapters, not the whole book, and that's okay. That's okay. I smell Satan in this basement crowd. Bass pounding through my chest so loud. Your eyes find mine across the floor. My heartbeat drowning anger roar. You lean against that concrete wall, black leather jacket standing tall. I count the steps between us two, wonder if you feel it too. Hey, what's your name? You ask me close, I tell you Sarah, not quite both. First white lies slip so easily, but you just smile and stay with me. We talk till last call shuts us down. You walk me through the sleepy town. Your fingers brush against my head. I think you might just understand. 3 dates in and I'm still pretending. Movie stunts that you'd be correcting. Every ticket that we share, proof of moments when you care. I work in marketing my say. When you and I just a cafe, these little lies keep building up. A sugar dissolving in like us. So when we sit in perfect quiet, no one's needed through the riot of my thoughts, the race we spin. You trust me with the space within. To my seat that I'm still lying, 1,000 nights to my guys denying who I really am inside. Your head is carefully crafted right. You show me all your ticket stubs, from dinners, movies, late night pubs. Look at all these memories we've made. I feel my true self start to fade. One night you catch me checking time. My story doesn't quite sound right. You start mid-sentence, look at me. Something's up, what can I see? My hands are shaking as I speak the truth I've hidden for these weeks. I lied about my job, my name. I was so scared you'd run away. Can we start over? You ask soft, your voice like velvet from the loft. Tell me who you really are. I've loved the real you from afar. Rosa Sarah, that's my name. I serve packing on corporate days, but you just laugh and pull me near. That's the girl I found for here. No, when we sit without a sound, the truest love I never found is in the quiet that we share. No master lies, just being there. much more than all the perfect lies I used to tell you. Love the real me just as well. Promise me you'll remember this part. You said it in your garage with the radio up. Gasoline on your hands from the station stop. I was learning your laugh, memorizing the sound. The movie tickets folded in your wallet, same ones from that Tuesday when we snuck out. You kept everything we did like evidence of something neither of us can name yet. I wrote you something you whispered after midnight on the phone when your voice got all nervous. The morning came and you never sent it, left me wondering what words you couldn't say. I should have said I loved you on the couch when you were fixing to rip in my jacket sleeve. Should have said it when you brought me soup when I was sick and looked like absolute hell. Instead I memorized the way you hung while washing dishes off, keep it trying the way you drove. The steering wheel to songs that came on when we drove to nowhere. 3 months of silence and I'm still here, playing detective with your social media. Screenshots of stories that don't include me, wondering if you think about our first real love. That day you spilled coffee on your shirt and instead of being embarrassed, you just stood there, arms out wide like this is my life now. Arms out, laughed until my stomach hurt. Promise me you'll remember this part. Your words keep playing on repeat, not the fighting or the way it ended, just the garage and the gasoline sweet. Maybe that's the promise I can keep. Hold on to Tuesday movie tickets, the way you humble doing dishes, the belly laugh that saved that day. I'm learning to love the good parts, even when the story doesn't end right. Your nervous voice at midnight, the way you always kept our tickets safe. I wrote you something still echoes in the space between what was and what is, and maybe that's enough to carry forward. The garage, the laugh, the promise made. I pressed the elevator button twice, knowing it won't make it come faster. Your text still glowing on my screen from 3 floors down. The numbers climb while I rehearse what I should say about the years between us and how they used to matter. You bounce your knee under the table when you're thinking. I memorized the habit back when we were just pretending this wasn't something real, something worth the stairs. From friends who whispered, what does she see in him anyway? What changed between us? You asked last Tuesday night while rain traced patterns on the cafe glass between us. I couldn't find the words to say you grew up faster than I ever gave you credit for. My muscle memory still reaches for you when I wake, forgetting for a moment all the reasons I said no to late night calls and weekend plans and meeting all your friends who probably think I'm just another phase you're going through. But here's the truth, I've been too proud to tell you. You see the world with eyes I wish I still had while I've been counting all the ways this couldn't work. You've been showing me it already does. my heartbeat keeping time with car engines humming past. 3 stories down where people hurry home from work, and I know when something beautiful is happening up here. I wrote a song about us, you say before I speak. Your guitar leaning patient in the corner of your room. Wanna hear how this story ends, and for the first time I do. I watch you tune each string with careful fingers, the same hands that held mine through every doubt I voiced about what people think about the gap in years that's starting to feel more like space to grow. The melody rises warm and sure between us, each note erasing every fear I carried up those stairs. This isn't about what makes sense on paper. This is about what makes sense when you're singing. My heartbeat pounding it, brought that full match to mind. Diesel fumes and distant thunder in the air. 2 tickets in my hand till you won't be done. Another Christmas running solo this year. Used to find etching scars without thinking twice. Now I'm holding doubles of everything I see. Your mom called asking why you missed the family tree. Different words, you said different beliefs. Cassettes be peoples in with empty cornices. I climb aboard these metal prayers alone. Leave behind the fights about Costello traditions. Your voice still echoing through my phone. See you around, I guess. Those final words still taste like coffee shops and compromise. When strangers wear your cologne on crowded cars, I'm ambushed by the sounds of our goodbyes. Somewhere past the suburbs and the guilt, I find my shoulders moving, breathing deep. No more explaining why our lights are canceled. No more walking on religious eggshells. Memory Like conductor calls myself in a voice like hope. I've said one to this telephone bell for new beginnings. 2 hot chocolates cooling in my backpack, but tonight I'll drink them both without wincing. Train lights disappear into winter darkness. I'm learning how to stand here on my own. Sometimes love means choosing your own holiday. Sometimes home is just wherever you go. Station prep last night, I checked my reflection. I'm waiting for a test that's never coming. For the first time in months, I'm not checking over shoulders. My heartbeat slowing to its own rhythm, finally running. Free to sing whatever songs December brings me. Free to kill traditions that feel true. I bought my ticket for not looking back at me and you. I typed and deleted, are you awake? At 2:47 a.m. from this rooftop bar where we used to laugh. Salt tracks dry tight across my cheekbones while the city hums its lonesome song below. 3 months since I found those messages, your phone buzzing with a name at midnight. Now I'm learning how to fill this king-size space with nothing but my own restless breathing. You remembered I hate pickles on my burger, how I always steal the last french fry. Every tiny thing I mention in passing, you file away like precious artifacts. You know I can't, you said when I asked why. Standing in a doorway with your suitcase packed, the hollow echo of an empty apartment still rattles in my chest like loose change. I bought new sheets and colors you never liked, coral pink instead of navy blue. Rearranged the furniture so nothing holds a ghost of where you used to sit. My sister calls, are you eating enough? I lie and say I'm doing fine these days. The truth is I've been ordering takeout from the place you said had terrible reviews. The barista knows my order by heart now. Single shot, no sugar, extra foam. I don't tell her I used to drink it black before you changed my taste in everything. Dancing alone to songs we never shared. Kitchen tiles cold beneath my bare feet. Building new routines from broken pieces. Teaching myself to love the silence. Some nights I catch myself reaching across this ocean of matches where you used to sleep. But my hand finds only cool fabric now, and somehow that feels like the morning light feels different lately. Softer like it's learning to be gentle. I'm glowing from someplace deep inside that you never touched, could never take. Doubt whispers while your sweater spins around in this coin laundry at 2 a.m. downtown. Salt from tears mixing with detergent steam. Your knuckles crack, that nervous habit, stressed and mean. I'm folding memories with every worn out teeth. The one you wore when we got caught dancing in the street. Your favorite jeans still smell like late night drives when we were young and thought love could survive. Can we start over? You asked me yesterday, but I've been growing while you stayed the same way. You collect bottle caps, I'm chasing dreams. We're writing different stories, or so it seems. Now I'm standing at your doorstep with this cardboard box. Your guitar picks scatter concert ticket talks. That silence that fills everything we couldn't say about the space between who we were and who we are today. You crack your knuckles twice before you speak. Keep the playlist that we made last week. I shake my head, no, this belongs to you, but we both know some things you can't undo. Can we start over? Echoes in my mind while laundry tumbles, leaving us behind. you say notebook, my favorite pen. The way you hum off key and laugh again. These little things that made us feel so right are the same things that keep me up that night. I watch you sort through Polaroids we took in photo booths and corner coffee notes. You're still the boy who gives me butterflies, but I need someone who can match my stride. That silence that says everything returns as washing machines churn and my heart learns that love isn't always enough to make it through. When one of us outgrows what we once knew, can we start over? You whisper one more time. I taste the salt, the bittersweet goodbye. We can try, I say, though doubt still lingers here. But this time, let's be honest about our fear. The dryer stops, your clothes are warm and clean, but we're still tangled in this in-between, where childhood ends and real love might begin, if we're brave enough to let each other in. Are we making a mistake? You whisper through the bestie's final crack. Condensation drips like tears we haven't cried. Your reflection splits in glass, then comes right back. 23rd Street blurs outside in winter gray, but all I see is how you run your hand through hair. That nervous habit when you're scared to stay, the way you did when we were kids who didn't care. Remember building forts from kitchen chairs, before we learned that love could break like bones. Before your dad left and my mom's affairs taught us that people always leave you alone. Maybe we're just scared of being happy. I trace your name in fog upon the pain. These city blocks where we wrote our story now feel like ghosts of someone else's pain. The coffee shop on 5th where we first kissed. The park bench where you said you'd never go. Each corner holds a moment that we missed, when fear took root and wouldn't let us grow. What if we stayed? You asked with eyes so bright. What if we tried to break the patterns here? I see the boy who used to hold me tight before we learned that closeness meant you disappear. Your phone buzzes with some work excuse. You always find a way to run away, but this time when you start to come unloose, I grab your wrist and hear myself clear. I'm tired of being scared of my own heart, but this option waits down for so later. But this time when you start to come unloose, I grab your wrist and hear myself say, I'm tired of being scared of my own heart. The bus stop short, we tumble toward each other. Maybe broken doesn't mean we fall apart. Maybe it means we learn to love another. Dancing in the eye like we're alone. Your laugh cuts through the engine's gentle hum. Two kids who thought they'd always be unknown, finally brave enough to just become. Are we making a mistake? You ask again, but now you're smiling when you say the words. Sometimes the question is the answer when you're ready to fly home instead of with the birds.
Something's complicated and I jotted up your compo from last night. Walking all along the street lights, but like watercolors in my eyes. The pillow still holds the shape of where you lay, still warm against my palm. Delete your number, but my phone memory knows exactly how to dial. reading us, they think I'm obsessed. Like I'm falling from my finger, how there's every name. Although since I just about terrible reality TV show. Those lady quote that weird commercial, nobody else remembers. No, just static filling up, stay sustained. The coffee order memorize, take note, extra shot, no phone. I catch myself almost ordering two in the morning cafe. The barista asks if I'm waiting for someone else today. Just me, I smile, and somehow that feels okay. Black is the least the Jenny shows me anyway. Like he's at that restaurant we went to for your birthday. I need a taste on how well you're doing without me. Learning to keep my healing vibing. Finally, dancing in my kitchen, music turned up way too loud. Neighbors probably think I've lost my mind completely. But this beat is washing away the ache that carries 3 months of silence, teaching me to love that sound. And my therapist is standing with those puppy eyes. And rejoice, I know I messed up everything that he has, but I've been building something beautiful from the wreck-it. I'm different now, I said, and that's exactly what I need. Got my own rhythm that I need your validation. A late night cause I let me questioning my ways. I'm writing better songs about becoming my own person than I ever wrote about loving you. Tell my voice again and notice things you left behind. Singing louder than I did when you were listening. Happy no celebration of the dawn is coming. Without your approval, getting every single choice I made. Numbness settling in my chest again. Coin laundry dryer spinning round and round. Rough wall against my back, I'm counting 10 purple lights bleeding through this crowded sound. She over-explains when guilt creeps in her voice. I didn't mean to dodge your calls last week, but here we are dancing, making this choice to let the bass make our hearts finally speak. They looked right at me and I forgot how to breathe. Caught staring across this fog machine haze. My fingers trace patterns on my coffee sleeve, while club lights flicker through our awkward gaze. The dance floor pulses like a heartbeat drum. I'm feeling flirty, even in this crowd. She pulls me closer, whispers, don't be numb. The music's soft, but my heart's beating loud. Say just 5 more minutes, slips from my lips as midnight approaches on this rooftop scene. Her laugh cuts through my abandonment grips. The best connections hide in spaces between. We both start smiling at the same exact time, like 8 years of love just crumbled away. She said, I see you trying not to rhyme your thoughts out loud, and I can't look away. This rough wall holds me, but I'm standing tall, discovering strength I forgot that I had. The dryer stopped spinning, silence through it all. But dancing with ghosts doesn't feel so bad. Promise me this isn't just tonight. She whispers close against my trembling ear. The purple fog clears and I feel so light, finding my rhythm despite every fear. Last dance of the night, but feels like first. Your fingertips warm on my cold January skin. All those old patterns finally reversed. I'm learning that letting someone close isn't sin. The laundromat closes, but we're still here. Two hearts that learn to beat in perfect time. She over-explains, but now it sounds so clear, like melodies building into perfect rhyme. They looked right at me and I remembered how to breathe. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Their perfume still clings to the taxi seat as I scroll through names I used to need. The city hums, but I can't hear the beat. Just the echo of I can't do this alone. Cold water from my bottle hits my throat like the truth I've been trying not to swallow. Sarah picked a side and rolled me off with a
their perfumes fading from this final scene. As we pull up to my destination, some goodbyes are bitter, some are sweet. Mine tastes like possibility and celebration.
And my headphones on, cause space was rooftop dark. The laughter echoes down the kitchen where you are. Maybe midnight's next, so I'm just getting home. Two ships passing by, never sync our schedules up. Coffee notes, your letter runs through Tuesday morning. I write back in crayon, how'd you think it's charming? Day shift, night shift, we're like opposite magnets, but somehow we fit in this compartment magic. Watching your old stories on my day again, that video where you're dancing in the rain. Do you still think about it? You asked last week, then I caught you humming songs that make me weep. Tuesday, you fixed my collar before I left for work. Friday, I saved you pizza, extra cheese, no pepperoni first. Long moments building up like Jenga blocks so hard. One more move and everything goes tumbling down tonight. You weird jokes are fucking seriously furious and cats. The way you fold my laundry, leave it stacked on perfect stacks. Nobody else would laugh at my impressions of our neighbors, but you think I'm hilarious, my own personal savior. Stay 5 more minutes, echoes in my head. The morning comes too soon and you're as fake and dead. I'm learning all your bleeding pattern through the thin walls. Caddy she becomes cutting all the times you cry. Then suddenly there's someone new lighting microphones. Photos of coffee breaks when I thought we were alone. In the struggle we created, convenient turned to more. But I see how you smile and I can't ignore the way you look at them is distant and with me. It's not that comfortable, it's electricity. So I'll hide my feelings in a box, much work could be, and celebrate your happiness, set my own heart free. Put my headphones on, one last song before I go. Your laughter still echoes, but now I let it flow through me and past me like a river by the sea. Sometimes the best love is sewing mentally. You love it, ooh, 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 ooh. Hey, yeah, yeah, da, da, da. Your laugh echoing from the porch swing at dusk makes me forget the spicy ramen burning on my tongue. Coffee shop encounter turned to something more when you turned your whole body just to face me. 3 missed calls, but I could text it instead. Dancing badly in your kitchen, not caring how we look. I didn't mean it like that. You say it with that smile that makes my heart skip like broken vinyl. Notice how you order lips and drink every Tuesday. Pretend I'm not watching from a corner table. Build the courage just to say good morning. Exchange numbers on a napkin, handshaking. Your playlist makes me sing with the sound of rain. Phone buzzing, but I'm scared to reach your name. Type and delete 100 different messages while you're probably doing the exact same thing. Stay 5 more minutes, echoes in my head. But the distance feels like oceans when you're not here. Checking notifications every 30 seconds. Learning that waiting hurts but hoping heals. Dancing badly and not caring anymore. Dancing badly and not caring anymore. Finding joy in my own reflection. Insta windows, your copy mug collection growing on my shelf. Each one a promise we don't have to rush. Last lines forming around tired eyes from staying up too late, just talking nonsense.